Welcome everyone. Yes, student. Today we will start our next topic, that is the chapter 4. That is from the chapter 4, mathematical induction. Yes, what is mathematical induction? In this chapter we will learn how we can prove the mathematical statements. We will learn how we can solve the mathematical statement, and we will solve the different type of the statements here. So first question is arise here. What is the statement? In mathematical language, what is a statement? So generally a statement or description, a statement or description which can be judged to be true or false, to be true or false is called a statement. Yes, student. What is a statement? Generally, we say in our general language, general daily life, we can say a statement or a description which is used to be, which we can judge whether it is a true or it is a false. These are called the statement. Any line, it may be tomorrow, maybe a Saturday or Sunday. These are the statements. So, a sentence in which a statement, a description in which we can judge whether it is a true or false, that is the statements. I am giving some examples of statements here. First example is, there are 7 days in a week. Second example, 26 2 divides 26, or x plus 1 is factor of x square plus 2x plus 1, or we can write A union B equal to B union A. A union B is equal to the B union A, or we can write Chandigarh is capital of Haryana, Punjab. Yes, students. You can see here I have written 5 examples which are having the statement, which are a meaningful statement. In first I have written there are 7 days in a week. Yes, it is a true statement. Second is the 2 divides 36. Yes, this is also a true statement. And third one, x plus 1 is the factor of x square plus 2x plus 1. Yes, this is also a true statement. Is A union B equal to B union A? This is true. So fifth one that I have written here, Chandigarh is the capital of Haryana and Punjab. So these are the 5 statements that I have written here, and in this statement you can judge, you can check that the following statement or following description, we can easily judge whether they are true or false. So in this chapter we will learn how we will solve the mathematical statements. Now what are the mathematical statements? These are also the statements. What are the mathematical? We will learn only the mathematical statement, not the statements. Mathematical statements are that statement which are involving the mathematical relations, that are called the mathematical statements. So in this example, this is a mathematical statement because this is having a mathematical relation. This one is also. So we will learn how we can solve the mathematical statements. So statements involving mathematical relations. So what are the mathematical statements? Statements involving mathematical relations statements involving mathematical relations are called mathematical statements. Yes, here I have written an example of the mathematical statement 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on. This is n and this is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Now here you can see I have written an example of mathematical statement. You can see 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on. Hopefully you are familiar with this statement because in class 10 in chapter 5 you have already learned this is the 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 1. What is the meaning of this statement? Obviously this is the sum of the n natural number. This is the sum of the natural number. So sum of the n natural number, that is equal to the n into n plus 1 by 2. By using the arithmetic progression you can easily find it. How? You can easily find. Now we have to prove this. We have to prove this result by the mathematical induction. Let's see how we can prove that. It means the sum of the first natural number. So let's see for the sum of first term. Sum of the first term. So first term is 1 here. So for the 1, so for the first term result is true. For the second, let's see for the second term. We have to prove 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on n into n plus 1 by 2. We have to show that this left hand side is equal to right hand side or this mathematical statement is true. So we have to prove that sum of the first n number. So let's prove the sum of the one term, first term. If n is 1, 1 into 2 into 2, so it is true. For 1 it is true. Sum of the two terms, sum of the first two terms. So these are the first two terms. So sum of the first two terms is 3. And let's check it here. 2 into 2 plus 1, 3. You can see this is also true. Sum for the next 3 terms. Sum of next 3 terms, it means 1 plus 2 plus 3, that is 6. So let's try it here for the sum of the next 3 terms. That is 6. Sum of the next 4 terms. Sum of 4 terms. So 4 terms are 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4 plus 3, 7, 7 to 9 and 1, 10. So let's check it here. 4 into 5, 2. You can see here by checking n 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can easily prove left side is equal to the right hand side, or we can say that sum of the first term, first number is equal to the this one, and second, first 2 term, first 3 term, first 4 term, first 4 term, first 5 term. But we have to prove it up to n numbers because there are n natural number. We have to prove it up to the n number. So how? So yes student, you can see here we have proved for the first term left and right both sides are equal. For the sum of the first 2 terms, these are equal. From the next 4, the next 3, sum of the next 3 terms, they are equal. Next 4, next 5, next 6. Similarly we can do by the applying the same step, but we have to prove this statement for the n. Our natural number, these are up to n, they are infinite. So this is not possible for us to take to prove it by taking one and one number step by step. This is impossible fact. So we will prove it by using the mathematical induction. So what we will do, we will follow the same step. For first of all, this is a statement which is having the natural number Pn. We will write it as like this. Pn is a statement here. Thus, in order to prove a statement Pn to be true, when we have to prove that any statement which is true, we have to follow the following step. First one is the prove that P1 is true. That is, we will prove that that is Pn is true for n equal to 1. Whatever the statement is given to us, we will check it for n equal to 1. If it is true for the 1, then this statement will be true for the n natural number, 5 natural number, 6 natural number. So we will check it only for the 1. If the given statement is true for the 1, then it is true for the n numbers too. Second step, we will assume that, as I have already told, if the given statement is true for 1, then it will be true for the n numbers. So we will assume it, the given statement Pk is true. At the place of n, we will substitute k. That means we will prove that Pn is true for n equal to k. If it is true for n, then it is also true for the k. We will just substitute the k at the place of the n. If this statement is true for the n number, this is also true for the k. We will assume it. Now in the third step, we will prove that Pk plus 1 is true. We have to prove in third step, we will prove the following, the given statement that is true for the k plus 1, that is Pn is true for n equal to k plus 1. So in mathematical induction, we will follow the three steps. Firstly, we will check the statement by substituting n equal to 1. If it is true, then move to the second step. In second step, we will assume that the statement is true for the k. We will substitute the in the place of n k. And in third step, we will prove that that statement is also true for the k plus 1. So let's see. So let's start with the question first. In question first, we will apply the three steps of the mathematical induction. Let's see how we can apply them. Statement is 1 plus 3 plus 3 square up to so on. Last term is 3n minus 1. 3 power n minus 1 is equal to 3 power n minus 1. Check it here. This is not the power. 3n, one term minus 1. 1 is other term upon 2. We have to prove this by the mathematical induction. Let's see how we can prove that. First step is that we will check it for the n equal to 1. So put n equal to 1. Put n equal to 1. You can substitute the n in the last term of the left side. That is 1 minus 1. And on the right side 3 power 1 minus 1 by 2. 0. 2 by 2. 1 is equal to 1. So statement is true. Our polynomial is true for the, let's write it Pn. P1 is true. So our mathematical statement is true for n equal to 1. Second step is, let us assume that Pk is true. Now we will assume the given statement for the k. So substitute n equal to k. This is 1 plus 3 plus 3 square up to so on. 3 at the place of n, we will substitute k. And on the right side 3 k minus 1 upon 2. Give to the naming 1. Now we shall prove that this statement is also true for the k plus 1. Let's see how. So let us now we shall prove that P k plus 1 is true. It means we will substitute at the place of k plus 1 and we will prove it. P k plus 1 is equal to 1, 3 square up to so on, and 3k minus 1 is 3k plus 1 minus 1 is equal to 3k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. It means we have to prove this side equal to the right hand side. So let's see how we can prove that. Here we can cancel plus 1 with the minus 1, but no, I am not doing that here because I will use the first statement, that is 1 plus 3 square. Now what is the second last term for this statement? Last term is the 3k. So second last, when we will cancel, let's see here, k plus 1 minus 1, when we will cancel, then for the 3k, what is the second last term? That is the 3k minus 1. Always you have to remember it, last term for the k, that is always second last for the k plus 1. So you have no need to get confused, you can directly check it from here. 3k minus 1 plus 3k, yes, we can write the second last term for the left hand side. I am taking the left side here. So from 1 we can place, instead of 1 plus 3 square plus 3k minus 1, at the place of this we can substitute its right hand side, and that is the 3k minus 1 by 2, and what is here with us, that is the 3k. We can take 1 here, and now take the LCM. LCM for this is the 2, 3k minus 1 plus 2 into 3k. Now you can see here 2, 3k, let's collect them. Take 3k common. Let's take the LCM. 2 into 3k, 1 into 3k, 2 into 3k, 3k, 2 plus 1 minus 1 upon 2. So 3k into 3 minus 1 upon 2. So what is the result? Base are same, so we can add the power k plus 1 by 2 minus 1. So this is the right hand side of 2. This is the right hand side of the statement 2. Now we have to prove this. So here we can write, hence by the principle of mathematical induction, hence by principle of mathematical induction, hence by principle of mathematical induction, pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. So this is the question which we can do by the principle of the mathematical induction. Hope so it's clear. Let's see it again. Firstly we will check it for the n equal to 1, then we will assume it for the n equal to k, and now in the third step we will prove it for the k plus 1. So hence by the principle of the mathematical induction, pk plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. Question 2 is, statement Pn is 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, so on, n cube. Same step. Firstly we will check it for the n equal to 1. Put n equal to 1, P1, put 1 at on the left hand side, 1 cube, that is 1, and on the right side 1 plus 1 by 2 whole square, 2, 1 into 2 upon 2, 2 is cancelled, so 1 square, it will be equal to 1. So we can say left hand side is equal to right hand side, or P1 is true. P1 is true. Now next we will assume that, let us assume that pk is true. We will assume it true. So at the place of n we will substitute 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to so on. k cube, it will be equal to k plus 1 by 2 whole square. This is the first equation. Name it to the 1. So last third step is, now we shall prove that p k plus 1 is true. Now we shall prove that p k plus 1 is true. So 1 cube, at the place of k we will substitute k plus 1. Here last term is the k, substitute k equal to k plus 1. So at the right side this k will be converted into k plus 1. This is k plus 1. So what will happen here? K plus 1 plus 1 upon 2 whole square. So 1 cube, 2 cube up to so on, k plus 1 whole cube will be equal to k plus 1, k plus 2 upon 2 whole square. Similarly, for the left hand side, take the left hand side, 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube up to so on. Take its second last term. So what is the second last term for the k plus 1? The last term of the k is always the second last for the k plus 1. Simply when we difference is 1 cube here. So when we will subtracting 1 from here, k plus 1 cube, what we will get? K cube, simply k cube plus k plus 1 whole cube. You can simply check it from here. The last term for the k is always second last for the k plus 1. So from 1 we can substitute k plus 1 by 2 whole square plus k plus 1 cube. So we can take k plus 1 whole square common. What is left? K square by 4 plus k. So take k plus 1 square common and take the LCM of this. K plus 1 square by taking LCM, k square plus 4k plus 4 upon 4. Yes, you can see here k plus 1 square, and this is the a square plus b square, a plus 2ab. It means it is the whole square of k plus 2 square upon 4. So we can write it k plus 1 into k plus 2 upon 2 whole square, which is equal to RHS of second. Which is equal to RHS of second. So here we can say by principle of mathematical induction k plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. If pk is true, then pk plus 1 is always true. pk plus 1 is true. So by principle of mathematical induction, if pk plus 1 is true, if whenever pk is true for all natural numbers. Now this was the result second. So let's solve the third. This was the second. Third statement is 3 upon 1 plus 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3, so on, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on, and equal to 2n upon n plus 1. So firstly we will check it for the n equal to 1. So first step is put n equal to 1. When n is 1, you can see here, this is the denominator, you can see this is the sum of the n terms. So sum of the n terms, when we will substitute the value n, result is 1, and on the right side when we will substitute 1, this is 2 upon 1, that is equal to 1. So left and right side, they both are equal to 1. Second step is put n equal to k. When n is k, 1 plus 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3, so on, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on k, it will be equal to 2k upon k plus 1. Now put n equal to k plus 1, 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 upon 2 plus 3. So this will be converted 1 upon 2 plus 3 up to so on k plus 1 equal to 2k k plus 1. Now second last term, this is 1 plus 2, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to so on 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to k, and here is 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to k plus 1 is equal to 2. Now this is the 2k plus 2 and k plus 1, it will be converted into k plus 2, 2k plus 2 upon k plus 2. Now from 1, this is equal to 2k upon k plus 1 plus 1 upon, now from 1 value is 2k upon k plus 1. Yes, you can see here we have to find the sum of the k terms. So what is the sum? If we will find the 1, 2, 3 up to so on this k plus 1, we have to find the sum of k plus 1 term. So by AP formula we can find it k n by 2 a plus last term. So what is the result? K plus 1, k plus 2 by 2 by the sum of the AP series. So what is the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to k plus 1 term? N by 2, n is k plus 1, a plus l. I am using this formula n by 2, a plus l, that you have done in class 10, chapter 5. N by 2, a plus l, l is the last term, k plus 1. So k plus 1, k plus 2 upon 2. This is in the denominator, so take the reciprocal. This is 2 upon k plus 1 and k plus 2. Now take the LCM. You can take 2 common here, 2 upon k plus 1. So what we have left? K plus 1 upon k plus 2. Take the LCM. 2 upon k plus 1, k square plus 2k plus 1 upon k plus 1. So result is 2 k plus 1 whole square, k plus 1, k plus 2. Now this k plus 1 is cancelled by this. So what we have left? 2 into 2 k plus 2 or k plus 2. Now this is equal to the right hand side of the, this is equal to the RHS of second, which we have to prove. Now here we can say that by the principle of the mathematical induction, pk plus 1 is true. Whenever pk is true, you have to see that step only. 1 plus 2 plus 3. Here I am finding the sum of the k plus 1 terms. This one. By using the formula n by 2 a plus l. This was the question 3. Now after that I am going to explain the question number 4. Mean is the third step in this question. In third step you have to substitute the values and find the factor or any other calculation which is required there. Question 4. This is 1 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, n plus 1, n plus 2 is equal to n into n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 by 4. Yes. Now for the first step, firstly we will substitute, check it for the n equal to 1. Put n equal to 1. Left hand side is 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, that is 6, and right hand side, that is 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4, so this is equal to 6. So P1 is true statement, P1 is true. Second, we will substitute n equal to k. Put n equal to k. So statement is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 up to k plus 1, k plus 2 will be equal to k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3 by 4. Next we will substitute n equal to, this is the 1, put n equal to k plus 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. Now here I am writing second last term as well as the last term, k plus 1, k plus 2. So last term for this is when we will substitute k equal to k plus 1, this will convert it into k plus 1, and k plus 1, this will become k plus 2, and k plus 2, this will become k plus 3, and for the right side k is here, that is k plus 1, this is k plus 2, k plus 3, k plus 4 by 4. This is the second equation. So here from 1 we can substitute at this side k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3 by 4 plus k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. Yes, what we can take common? We can take k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. What we have left? K by 4 plus 1. Now after taking the LCM, k plus 1, k plus 2, k plus 3. Here is k plus 4 by 4, which is equal to the right hand side of 2. Hence we can say that, hence by principle of mathematical induction, P k plus 1 is true whenever pk is true. Now this was the question 4. Do the practice of these questions, try to solve this. In next session we will continue with the next questions.